So what's happening? This is JT at RubberCityMotoring.com. Alright, so we're back to product reviews here, but it does relate to the Impala if you like stuff on that car. What I have sitting here are my factory wheels. Let me give you a little rundown here on what's going on. So if you watched the previous video, you noticed that I was taking these off and running what I refer to as my winter wheels, sort of like a all-season tire. These are the stockers. One of them, and I'm not sure which one, was replaced with just a off-the-shelf dealership wheel. When my dad owned the car, hit something in the road and it took a pretty big chunk out of the wheel. And looking back now, we should have bought about 10 of those wheels from the dealership because these are pretty tough to find anymore. I still am, this is a little plug for myself, I still am looking for one just to put as a full-size spare in the trunk, like, you know, a nice looking spare. So if you have one that looks kind of like these ones, let me know. Anyways though, what I run on the Impala, and I've run on different cars, are an EBC pad. It's called EBC yellow stuff. It's a yellow brake pad. Works pretty good, but they're actually in the front of the Trailblazer here, and I'm so glad I didn't clean these wheels off. This is from the winter, and I've gotten car washes, but you can tell this brake dust, I mean, it is something else. It is thick, it is black, it is just, eek, it's not good. I gotta clean that wheel, and you can compare it to the backs here, where I don't have the EBCs, way different. Now, it's getting me to the point where I'm almost ready to not buy those pads anymore just because of the trouble they cause, but this is a product review. So what I have here is from Dr. Beasley's. It's called their Wheel Seal. The idea behind this is this stuff, you kind of buff it on and it fills in all the little microscopic cracks and crevices, and then it makes it so the brake dust doesn't like bond or bind or whatever you want to call it, like attach to the wheel as easy. So you put this coating on, and then I guess it makes it so they can be hosed off easier. Now, I'm not going to be able to demo this for you, you know, as far as how good it works, because these wheels are going on the shelf for a little while here. But what I am going to show you is how to apply them. So, let's get going here. As I stated before, this is something that, I think I said, it's new to me. I've never used this stuff, so I'm not sure if it's good, bad, and different. The reviews are good, though. Comes in a 12-ounce bottle with a sprayer. I'll put a link below so you can see how much and where it's from, because the price fluctuates on this stuff. But you got to start with at least the way it says a clean wheel. That's kind of obvious. You don't want to like seal in junk. I went through and I cleaned them with a wheel cleaner. I cleaned them with rubbing alcohol on some different spots just to get it like down to like as smooth and clean as this clear coat can get. And they look pretty darn good. So the next move is they say to spray the towel, and it comes out, if you look, kind of like a white on there. And I also kind of feel like it's a decent idea to sort of mist some randomly around the wheel, just so you get it there. And then what you do is you just sort of rub this stuff in. And it kind of forms a little bit of a haze. I mean, it's not like car wax type, but it's definitely there. You see it as you use it. And this isn't an overly complicated wheel, but you also don't want to miss a spot. That seems like that would be a bad idea. Just gotta make sure you get it everywhere as best you can. I'm actually gonna spray down a little bit more. If you're an expert on this stuff and you're thinking, well, you're using too much, well, I apologize, but I also don't want this to be underdone. So I'm kind of going around, getting all the crevices on this wheel, all the spots where it seems to build up. Get the inner part of these spokes. And I'll get the top of lip again. I feel like I already got that, but we'll just make sure. And then that's pretty much it. You almost don't want it to be looking like it's wet, I feel like, but it'll basically dry in there. Let me show you a close-up here. Kind of see some of the haze on there. Now their advice is wait several minutes to buff it off with a dry cloth. While we're waiting on that one there, this one here is done. This was done earlier today, and I don't want to say it made it look better. I mean, it definitely shined it up, kind of like a wax almost, but I mean, you can see here, it's pretty darn good. And these are original. There's no, the clear coat's still there. They're nice shape. I mean, overall, they're not, like you can see this one. This is really the only, like there's a little bit of the clear coming off there, but not horrible. But that's done and done. Now I did reach out to them. I'm not sure if you can like do a normal wheel waxing. I'm not sure if anybody waxes their wheels here. I mean, it's pretty common practice. Or if like a like a wheel cleaner will remove this very easily. So I'm kind of waiting to hear back, but you would assume the way this stuff works is it's going to make it so you can just sort of hose them off and not really have to use any heavy cleaners or waxes or anything. So let's go over here and I'll get this one buffed off here because it should be about time. I found the buffing on this isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, I just kind of, if I don't, trying to not go crazy here, knock the camera over, but you're just kind of rubbing it to buff it off like you would a car wax. Almost like car wax, but not as noticeable, like the process of it being removed. Like I can kind of see it coming off, but not as much as you'd expect almost. So you just sort of keep this going until, the way I've done it is just hit every surface. One thing I think this will benefit is if you have any car with disc brakes, and you're somebody that doesn't like to clean your wheels, doesn't like to pop them off and do the wax job, the whole thing, this is something that's going to keep them nice for a longer period of time, I think. So say you get a brand new car, I think it would be smart to buy a bottle of this. Just do it right when you get it home, and then you're going to be good to go. Because you guys know those cars that I'm talking about where you can see two wheels that are almost like bronze, and that's because they were never ever cleaned. I think this is going to definitely prevent that from happening for at least a little while. I don't know how long it'll last, but and that's it on this one. Get that outer lip of the wheel right there. And that's that. So there we have it. All four are done and done. We'll just have to see how that works now. Well, thank you for watching that. If it's something you're looking into, check them out, Dr. Beasley's. They seem to be pretty good company so far. I've dealt with them twice. Once on the Trailblazer here with their windshield sealant. I forget what it was actually called, but I have a video. I'll link that below. I also have for the Trailblazer their suede, micro suede cleaner, because on this thing it's got those suede inserts, and I have a little bit of stain, which is, I don't even know what it is, from the previous owner. So I'm gonna give that a try, but this stuff seems pretty slick, so we'll see how it actually lasts. So all right, subscribe if you don't already do that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Check out rubbercitymotoring.com and have a good one.